using my dual-sided brush. It has a spoolie on one end and an angled thin brush on the other side, which is something that I like because it's very thin and it's not super soft to where you don't have any control over it. And I'm going to be using my dark brown pomade, and I'm going to pick up the product on both sides of the brush. So just going to put some on both sides, making sure that you get enough product. And what I'm going to do is start from right here on this area. I don't want to start from the very beginning just because I don't want to make that very dark. So I'm going to start right here, and then you're going to see the way I work my way towards the back. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side, start from right here and work my way back. And what I like to do is elongate the eyebrow a little bit. As you can see, my hairs are very thin, and what I like about the brush is that it's thin enough so that way I don't make that part super thick or anything. Okay, so now with whatever I have left on the brush, I'm going to work on the inner part of the eyebrows and doing the same thing, doing very light strokes towards the back. And I'm not adding more product just because what I have is enough to create a very faded effect. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on this eye. So now I'm going to work on the top, and I'm just going to get a little bit more of the product, put it on both sides, and start on the same area that I did on the bottom. So just right here, and doing light strokes, or short strokes I would say. And I do put more pressure on this part more than I do on the inner part. Now all I'm going to do is just lightly stroke the inner part, just like I did on the bottom. You want to do it very lightly so you can create like a faded effect. Now, as you can tell, I have this eyebrow that's squared because my hairs grow up, and this one is round. I don't like to really mess with that just because if I try to make this one squared, it's going to look too dark, so I pretty much just leave it the way that it is. So this is all I do to fade in my eyebrows. Now that I'm done, I like to use the spoolie side and just comb it out so that way I can create an even more faded effect, and it just makes it look a lot better and not like so heavy or clumpy or anything like that. It just spreads out the product evenly, and that's something that I like because it's handy. It's already on the brush, so that's what I like about this brush. It's just 2-in-1. So now that I'm done filling out my eyebrows, this is the way that I like them to look. I'm going to clean the bottom part, and I like to do that just to make it look clean. And I'm going to be using my concealer. You can use whatever concealer you want, and my flat definer brush, also by Beauty Junkees. And it's a very flat brush, so as you can tell right there, it's going to make it easy for me to just line the bottom. So this is the way that I do my eyebrows. I hope you learned a few tricks or what I do. That way maybe it can help you out. It does take a little while to master doing your eyebrows, but you can definitely do it getting some practice. I will leave the links in the description box for what I use, the tools that I used, and I'll leave the products that I used as well. Everything will be listed in the description box. I know it can get a little tricky doing your eyebrows. Everybody has a different shape, but I promise you that if you're using the correct tools, it'll make it a lot easier. And it does make a big difference whenever you fill in your eyebrows on your whole makeup look. But I hope you guys enjoyed it and found this tutorial easy. I will see you all in my next video. Bye.